All right, we're recording. Let's start by introducing yourself. What's your name?
Waukesha.
And Waukesha, where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina.
All right, and were you born and raised there?
Yes, I was.
Describe your neighborhood.
My neighborhood was a low to middle class, predominantly black neighborhood.
Okay, did everyone get along?
Everyone got along, yes.
Now, do you come from a big family, small family,
A large family,
large
yes.
family? How many siblings do you have?
I have two brothers and four sisters.
Okay, and briefly describe your childhood. What was it like?
Grew up in the house with my mother and father and my sisters and brothers. We all didn't live in the house at the same time. My older brother and sisters were old enough to be out of the house, so I grew up with my two younger sisters. My dad was mostly a stay-at-home dad, and my mom worked. And
Okay.
he
What did your
was
dad do?
my dad was in the military,
Oh, okay.
and then he drove trucks until we were born, and then he decided to stay at home. He finished college and then became a teacher.
Nice. So, if you don't mind me asking, what is your level of education? Did
Uh,
you graduate high school?
I did.
Did you go on to college?
I did.
Okay.
As a non-traditional student, but I did.
Oh, okay. Did you take any history courses,
I,
humanities?
I took history, yes.
Okay. Anything you remember from history class that stood out?
Um, the most interesting part of it was, I guess, Roman history.
Roman history?
Roman
Oh,
history.
okay. And tell me a little bit about that.
Hmm. Roman history. We discussed the how the Roman cities were made.
Right.
Um,
Like the aqueducts.
correct.
Oh, okay. Which is
Correct.
very important. I think we
Correct.
model our sewer system after
We
ancient
do.
Rome.
We do. And how some cities were destroyed by creating this, how some cities were built by creating this, and how it basically ended up coming to the U.S. to help us to
Right.
have this type of transportation.
Right. Now, do you see parts of ancient Rome in our society today?
Yes.
Yeah. Like briefly,
Tunnels,
tunnels. Okay.
bridges, trains,
Right.
all of this.
So, would you say that it's important to study history or ancient cultures?
Absolutely. History repeats itself.
Okay. Is there anything else about history that stood out for you besides ancient Rome that maybe fascinated you?
Greek gods fascinated me.
Or okay,
Pyramids fascinated me.
pyramids.
Pyramids.
Yeah, I always wondered how they built the pyramids. Do you have any idea how they were built? Any personal theory?
Hmm. I don't know. I know whoever created it, whoever designed it, had to be highly intelligent. Even for this day and age, they had to be highly intelligent to create and design that. Um, and the workers had to be intellectual in order to be able to grasp the concept to build it.
Right, right. Ancient architecture.
Exactly.
Right. What about art and music? Do you see that playing a role today? You know, ancient Rome, their tapestry, their artwork, the type of music. Do you see any of that today?
Art, yes. Music, not so much.
Do you ever go to the museum and look at art? Is that
Yes.
something you're into? You do?
Yes, I have been.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Some of it is dry. You have to kind of look at the simplicity of it. Sometimes you have to just look at the artwork of it uh, to try to figure out what exactly the artist's concept was. Some of it kind of just looks bland, but there's some rhythm to it.
Right. What about religion?
What about religion?
Well, today's religion, Islam, Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
Judaism,
Mm-hmm.
traces its roots back 2-3 millennium.
Hmm.
Uh, do you have a religious preference? Are you a religious person at all? Do you go to church?
Um, I am a religious person. I am. I would be considered a Christian.
A Christian? Okay.
Mhm.
And how does Christianity play a role in your life?
Believing in a higher power, a higher being. I
Okay.
was raised to believe in a higher power. I was raised to believe that there is a God that sent his son to this earth to save us, and we should do or live in a pleasing way to him. So at our death, we can have a glorious life.
Oh, okay. Do you have any kids, by the way?
I do too.
Yeah. Do you stress the importance of education and learning history to them, or
I
is it
stress
more?
education. Yes.
Right. With your father being an educator, I would assume that you would also would.
Yes. Education is key. It's number one.
All
Maybe
right.
they won't follow that, but that's what I stress.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking the time out and doing this interview. That's it.
You're welcome.